All right, let's watch this. I'm curious. We're gonna chit chat as we go too.
Looking for hope. A fresh start on an untouched planet.
Looks good so far.
Then we found.
Oh man! So immediately after, who was it that said it in Discord today that looked like what was that game? What was that game?
Storm struck, the Outriders were forced back into cryo sleep.
Defiance. I think.
30
was
years
it?
Later, when we finally woke, the world.
Who said it? Was it you, Nova, that said it?
But
or Kicks?
so had we.
Somebody said it would look like Defiance. It kind of does look like Defiance.
Still out there, and at its source, a chance to find answers. To start again.
Looks kind of cool. Right on. So by the way, guys, I watched these with the closed captioning on because sometimes I can't even hear what they're saying, like who their names are or who they are. And so like this helps me see who they are. Like, oh, Lucy. There's Lucy. There's Lucy. So if that annoys you, I'll just let me know in chat. I'm not really yeah.
Hello again. My name is Lucy, and
we'll
this
see, man. I
is
kind
the
of want to see.
Outriders broadcast, our monthly show in which we delve into the nitty-gritty of our co-op RPG shooter and surface the staggering depth the game has to offer. Last month, in the series debut, we took a look at lore, UI, and world tiers in a show we called Built for the Core. We showed you some brand new areas of the game and also a huge deep dive into the Trickster class in the first of our new Spotlight videos. Today, we are focusing a little more on story, the planet of Enoch where the events of the game unfold, and the cast of characters that will join the Outriders in their search for the source of this signal. Story
this stream
is
showed the Pyromancer
importance in Outriders.
Nice.
And there's a lot of it.
That's what you play at PAX East.
In telling the dark
Bloom.
and desperate sci-fi story at the heart of the
I
game,
really want to see it, man. Hostmate will buy. I'm a sucker for British accents.
Performance-captured cutscene with your Outrider
if it looks
and all of your
anything
customization
like a
and
Mass
gear,
Effect 3 multiplayer, something like that, if it's similar to that,
there's also
or like
2
a
hours
cross
of
between that
additional
and Gears,
cutscene that fleshes
then I'll
out
probably be
the side
pre-ordering
missions
it,
and extra story content off the main path. But how does it all fit together?
That looks really
How
good.
do you navigate the world
and
and all that it has to offer? Well, let's take a look at that now, shall we, as we jump into the game itself and share with you what's involved moment to moment as you explore and survive Enoch. All right, Sven, over to you.
You'll love it then? Okay, Sploom, I'm ready, dude. Journey and structure.
Outriders is massive, both in terms of game length and the numbers of hours you'll be able to pour into it, and the physical distance you'll traverse over the course of the story.
I mean,
so today we're excited to show you more of the journey and structure of Outriders.
Like the armor, the way it looks in the armor looks almost like a Titanfall.
Systems and story all come together. In last month's broadcast, we explored the first city, the area of Enoch first settled by the refugees of Earth. Everything from this section of the game unfolded here, in this area of the map. The first city sits within a larger area of colonized Enoch, which you can see here.
Dude.
Here, humans have made a life, as best as they can, and built cities, strongholds, factories, and mines as they try to survive. This is where the Outriders are first reawoken from cryosleep, and where your first hours in the game are spent. Humanity has always struggled to leave this place, with the raging storms and monsters preventing further colonization of the planet.
Anthem without power seats? I mean, maybe.
As you will see, though,
Minkus.
there's a whole lot more to Enoch. As an Outrider, you're one of the few powerful enough to leave humanity's broken settlements and journey out across this hostile
like the map size, that's going to be huge, man.
But what does it mean in actuality? Outriders takes advantage of a hub-and-spoke structure, connecting busy, settled areas, the hubs, with combat arenas and free roam areas, the spokes. The main story missions push you through the game.
Combination of Mass Effect and Gears.
See,
when you say that, that gets my attention, man. And like these powers that I see here,
so do the rewards.
They look very similar to like a Mass Effect.
Can be meaningful played late in the game. And it's worth saying side quests aren't fluffy objectives that take place in the same place basis.
I gotta go back real quick.
In the main game.
Hold on.
Can be meaningful.
Okay, that's cool because this is very like Diablo right here. Like I thought I saw this, I had to go back. It has like, okay, this particular item is bigger than, or better than the item you have currently equipped, which I like because like you don't have to go into your inventory all the time, right? So that right there is awesome because that makes the fluidity of the game better. So you're not spending all your time looking in menus. Like if you played Wolcen or if you played Diablo, you spend a lot of time in menus looking and comparing. But this right here is like very Diablo 3 where like you can just run up to the item and see it. And if you can just see it and be like, oh, this is 818. What I have is equipped as like a 750, but I don't know. But I can just see it right here immediately without having to go into my menu. I can just grab it. And Prime knows this because I hate having to sit there and wait for people to mid-max their items and their gear. If I can see it and I can like actually customize my gear as I'm going, this is already a win. It's already a win for me.
Late in the game. And it's worth saying side quests
that's like a little like
that
quality of life thing for me that I think I will appreciate.
Bespoke areas of Enoch that you could miss entirely. And they often reveal more secrets about the world.
I don't mind that so much if you're like trying to get like the perfect loadout, but like being able to see it as you're going makes it so much better.
Side quest there.
12 full times, feel so at home in the hands of the time. Kill most of the final boss so quickly, skip the phase.
Something
one of the devs actually applauded for us. Nice!
We hear voices.
That's awesome, Sploon. I mean, if it has like a Mass Effect feel, then I'm gonna be all over it, man. I love Mass Effect.
But maybe an altered could have more luck in finding them. Could you lend a hand?
Oh, okay. It's gonna give you some RPG actually choices, huh?
All right, let's play detective.
So I guess choices are gonna become a factor.
If I was a missing soldier wandering off into the night hearing voices, where would I go?
A simple UI too. I just looked below on the powers. And it looked pretty easy, just like your left bumper, right bumper together in the middle.
Don't do this.
I mean, gears and a little Diablo mixed in. I love it, man.
Here now.
Love it, Spoon.
All do. Today, the storm welcomes an apostate into its loving embrace.
Dang.
So it seems the last remaining survivor
it's co-op RPG.
Sacrificed to the anomaly. We need to have some words.
That's why you're interested, Fake. 3-player drop in, out of co-op. See, that's awesome. Oh, nice. Yeah, this looks very Gearsy Mass Effect-y.
They've got nowhere to run.
The dodge is very Gearsy. Oh, jeez, dude. I love the powers.
We're only giving you a small taste of this.
See, that's what I want to see, Sploon.
It takes a fair bit longer to make our way into the inner chambers.
I want to see the combos, man, because that's what made Mass Effect 3 multiplayer so fun. Is like
time now for
you could do gunplay, but you could also do combos, and the combos made it like even that much better. Because you could add gunplay in with the combos, and it just made it awesome. Now, how is it like? Is there jumping in the game? Because I haven't seen any jumping. It looks like it's mostly boots on the ground, like roll for. Oh dang!
Cult brewing up here. I don't know. This
it's all mantling.
People flip their fucking lids.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna like that. Like I want to be able to like if it's open world, I want to be able to jump rather than just mantle.
Let's talk a little bit more about hubs. In hubs, your weapons are holstered.
Like I almost feel like
and
you need to be able to jump if it's open world. Unless it's something like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where you can like climb and free run pretty fluidly.
Call it the liver spinner.
And pick up side quests from one of Enoch's many eccentric denizens.
What exactly is your business?
Certain mercenary services.
It's not really open world. They are defined open areas, but it's all zone based. Okay, Sploon.
The world state and
NPC
dialogue is affected by pivotal moments from the story, and new side quests unlock. some of which are hidden in earlier.
It's like Borderlands? Okay.
Further rewarding exploration. Combat feats also come with achievements. Complete a collector's quest like Bounty or Monster Hunt, and NPCs will recognize and reward your triumphs. In bringing to life a new sci-fi universe, we are adamant that these settled areas feel dynamic and alive. Oh, and if Monster Hunts piqued your interest, stay tuned for a future broadcast
appreciate it,
to
man.
learn more about them.
Well, this should be interesting.
Appreciate you stopping by, Minkus Wolf.
Crucially, hubs also allow you to check in on your Outriders truck and crew, which will grow as you progress throughout the game. We're going to talk more about the Outriders truck in the future, but its primary function is to transport you through the world, bringing many of the features of a town with it. All the functionality you'd expect from a hub hits the road with you. Your weapon vendor, your crafting, your crew. The truck is a moving RPG village. Now you don't operate the truck yourself. That job falls to your driver, Jakob,
It's
who
like
we'll
your
talk more about later.
mobile home base or your
But the
mobile
customization
HQ.
options are vast, so you can personalize your ride
Okay,
along
so
the
there's
journey.
monster hunts in this too?
Okay,
Squid?
let's pack
Okay.
up and hit the road now.
Okay.
I need to head to the forest to continue my journey. Let's take a quick moment to introduce the crew. Your ride or die is accompanying you on your quest to discover the source of the signal. Here we can see Jakob, who drives the truck and can handle any customization of the vehicle. Jakob was with your Outrider during the first arrival on Enoch 30 years prior. A bright-eyed youth with an exciting life ahead of him on a new planet. Time has not been kind to poor Jakob. Here's Sahidi, who we met in the last broadcast. One of the few people on Enoch with a grasp on science and how to get mankind out of the pickle they happen to find themselves in. You can talk to Sahidi for weapon mods and crafting. We'll be talking more about this topic in the next broadcast. Finally, at least for...
Hold on a second. This part is what makes me a little nervous right here. That right there. That makes me a little nervous. Because if it's going to come to resource gathering and that's how you gather the resources, if it has to be like this every time, it's going to give me the same like concerns that I had for like when you played Dragon Age 4, or I mean Dragon Age Inquisition. You have to like stop, pick down and pick up stuff. Even that little moment of movement like just interfered with your gameplay because it would like slow you down from moving or going somewhere. So if you're like to pick stuff up, it's actually going to have you like having to pull out a drill and like, you know, whatever.
Finally, at least
hopefully it's not like that. Hopefully it's just, it is just a, like a cutscene.
To your team by Corrigan, the Grand Marshal
if it is like that, unless it's just like you don't need the stuff very often, you just need it every once in a while, or you need it for certain builds.
As much as you do.
Like as long as you're not doing it all the time, it's not the central theme
in camps like
of
this,
what you're doing.
Bailey
during
also
your
acts as a gear vendor.
Because if it is, that's going to get a little
weapons
tedious.
and armor you can trade for scrap. Other notable features of a given camp: your stash, where you can store and withdraw equipment that you might not be able to hold.
Some
on
of the
your
armor
person.
looks pretty cool.
The stash also allows you to move gear freely between your roster.
Yeah, it looks very like Titanfall, Mass Effect.
You'll always be able to change and customize
like that
the look of
cross,
the Outrider.
like that sci-fi soldier.
And of course the matchmaking
customize
terminal,
any time?
which is hopefully self-explanatory.
That's cool.
Before I'm leaving you for this month's broadcast, I'm going to take you beyond the safe confines of the forest.
Everything I like about this game,
it's a beautiful
no game
night.
has a service,
So let's head
you
out
get the
there
full story
and
on launch. No micros. Nice, dude. See, I think I wouldn't mind live service, but I like this coming out like this. Like maybe they can expand on it with like DLCs. The game looks good though. Definitely fulfills my sci-fi vibe that I crave.
Jakob, please, I'm serious. Yeah, Jakob, I'm disconnecting.
That's cool.
So that's your look at the journey and structure of Outriders. Back to you, Lucy.
That was cool.
Thank you, Sven. Hopefully that gives you a much better idea of the size and shape of Outriders and how your experience with the game actually plays out. All right, let's shift gears a bit here then for another broadcast exclusive reveal. Bringing the world of Enoch to life is achieved through more than just graphics and story. A big part of the atmosphere you'll soak in whilst exploring and surviving the hostile planet is achieved through music. We are very excited to reveal that the Outriders original soundtrack has been composed and arranged by none other than Inon Zur, a formidable name in the world of game music with some huge titles and epic scores under his belt. In bringing the score to life, Inon joined a full orchestra in Budapest last year to lay down the tracks for the game. And we were there to chat to him.
Yeah, Dragon Age soundtracks are legit too. Spoon.
We came here today to TomTom Studios at the beautiful city of Budapest to record the Symphony of Budapest for the project The Outriders, which is a whole new game and a whole new franchise.
A new franchise, okay. So is he saying that like there's gonna be, I guess, expansions, I guess?
This is a very unique experience for me, I must say. With my knowledge in the orchestra, the way we basically crafted it, combining the orchestral sound with the electronic sound and sometimes with a lot of ethnic sound, these three elements together is creating this, I would say, soundscape specifically for this game, and we were able together.
Yeah, I just that word, Spoon, that word caught my attention because it means they definitely have plans for expansion, at least if it does well.
We got it. Inon is one of the best composers working in the game industry. He's a very, very busy man. Everyone wants to work with him, so it was a pleasure and honor for us even that he decided to work with our company.
I'm very intrigued by stories, and this game in particular has a very interesting story.
The cutscenes in the game look
actually,
good.
The story is what drove the music to wherever it is. This orchestra is just, I would say, world class. Now there are a whole group of people that are telling your story again, and they're adding their own voice, and it just makes the job such a pleasure. A game is a whole
music
experience.
makes
Music
a big
is
difference
there
in
to
games.
Belt.
It
Music
gives you
is
like
part of
the
what
feeling
we're
of
doing
drama or
for
action, or
as
like
a
music is very
experience
important in
that he or
games.
she will go and
Like I don't
discover.
think some people realize how important it is to film in video games.
My best hope is that the music will serve as, you know, the fourth dimension, the emotional dimension. We want the player to really be engaged in the game, feeling the music and not really noticing it. It's there, it's supporting. That's, I think, is the secret for a good score. Outriders was, in many, many ways, an extremely unique experience for me. I am so happy.
It does kind of give me that anthem vibe, like the sound.
Fly on this amazing project. We took enough time to develop our own idea of music, and I really like this kind of a collaboration. And together, we created a signature that I really cannot wait the player to find out and to enjoy.
I mean, it looks cool.
Next up, we're continuing our Spotlight series as we take a very detailed look at various different aspects of the game. Today, it is the second of the game's 4 classes, the Pyromancer.
Here we go.
Let's turn up the heat.
Let's see this. All right, Sploon. You said this is your favorite class. Let's see it. Oh, that armor looked awesome. Pyro, blow it up, baby! Blow it up!
Greetings, Outriders! Welcome to our Spotlight series, a collection of videos that delve deeper into specific aspects of the game.
Oh, dude,
Today,
that
we're taking a look
awesome.
at our next class. Crank up the heat because it's the Pyromancer.
Super aggressive? It's super aggressive? Okay, Sploon, that's definitely going to be what I'm going to want to play.
Walls of flames.
Who is this class for? Players who like to take on hordes of enemies at once. Also,
This guy.
pyromaniacs. Nah, just kidding. Don't actually set things on fire. Unless you're in the game, then set everything on fire. Pyromancers tend to fight at mid-range. They don't have the movement abilities needed to get in and out of combat quickly, like their Trickster brethren, but many of their abilities are area of effect based, meaning you'll want a decent amount of space
petrified
to
that guy
line them
right
up,
there.
then light them up.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna like this, dude.
Fundamentals. The Pyromancer has 3 core fundamentals that underlies each of their powers. These are Explosive, Immobilize, and Ignite. The Pyromancer is focused around thermal and fire-based powers and effects, which you can even see in the class's melee attacks.
Oh, that's freaking awesome.
Your standard melee attack will deal fire damage to anyone it hits, while also inflicting extra effects as well. It is so much more than
Barbecue
a skill
South
just
Texas.
used in a raw
Right, Brian?
panic. Healing. Even the best combatants get injured from time to time, so knowing how to utilize your unique Pyromancer skills is essential to surviving. As with all of the classes, there are no quick fixes to retaining health. You need to play aggressively to restore HP. In the Pyromancer's case, they can be healed if an enemy dies while marked by
look at
their
that tree,
skills.
dude. Look at that tree. Hold on.
With all, you need to play aggressively to
See if I
restore
can pause
HP.
it right here.
In the
Look at that tree, dude. Holy crap. Ashbreaker, Firestorm, and Tempest is what it says over here on the far right. You can't really see it with me there. Yeah, it says Ashbreaker, Firestorm, and Tempest, and then it looks like you can maybe do a combo of those. This one looks more... Okay, so I really wish I could look at some of this stuff right here. You have your class, and then you have skills. So I guess these are things that'll help your skills as you go. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Pyromancer's case, they can be healed if an enemy dies while marked by their skills.
That's
Any
cool.
Pyromancer skill that damages an enemy will mark them for a set time. This means that Pyromancers can get maximum healing from affecting the greatest amount of enemies possible.
Sploom, I am
and
playing
then
Pyro
also ensuring that
the
those
whole
same
way,
enemies
man.
meet a swift death.
The whole freaking way.
Powers. Each class
Yeah,
has 8
I'm
powers
totally
in
cool
total,
being super
starting
aggressive
with a
with
single
that
power
type of
and
gameplay.
unlocking more as you level up. Many of the Pyromancer's powers inflict a status effect called Burning. This sets enemies on fire and provides a nice bit of damage over time. However,
And it makes them,
inflicting Burning
panic,
also
it looks like.
momentarily stuns enemies and can be used as an interrupt. But that's enough general power information. Let's check out 4 of the Pyromancer's abilities now. Power
4?
1, Thermal Bomb.
Thermal Bomb,
Thermal
alright.
Bomb will set an enemy ablaze and deal additional damage to them over time. If an enemy dies while under the effects of Thermal Bomb, they'll rise into the air and explode in a gory mess, dealing damage to a large radius.
Play that so bad. Oh my gosh, that looks
Combine
awesome.
this power with a mob of grouped enemies, and the resulting explosion may well wipe the rest of them out too.
That is so freaking cool.
You don't have to be the one to land the kill.
This is totally Mule
either.
gaming.
You can tag an enemy and have a fellow Outrider kill them, which will still trigger the thermal bomb
Dude,
going
look,
off.
dude, this is gonna be so
Teamwork.
freaking fun.
Power 2,
That looks like there's
Ash
emotes in the
Blast.
game too.
Using
Right,
this
Ace?
skill
Blow
will
it up,
apply the
baby.
status effect Ash to all enemies in a large radius. Ash prevents
On brand
affected
for you
targets
too,
from doing
Sploom.
anything at all for a few seconds, immobilizing them in a suffocating cloud of dust.
Look at that, dude.
Great crowd control ability. Ash Blast can cause large numbers of enemies to briefly freeze in place. This can be combined really well with other powers to hit a maximum number of enemies.
Oh man.
And there are
This
scenarios
is gonna
to
be
use
fun.
Ash Blast both offensively and defensively. Offensive. Use Ash Blast to prevent enemies from escaping any area
Oh,
of
that was a
effect
Devastator
abilities
right there.
you or your teammates might be casting. Alternatively, Ash Blast can help you line enemies up for successful headshots, causing maximum damage.
That's awesome.
Defensive. Ash Blast can also be used to buy you vital breathing room. Ironic, seeing as your foes will be choking on ash. If you're being overwhelmed, use it to freeze enemies in their tracks and fall back to a more manageable distance. Power 3,
That
Heatwave.
looks so freaking cool, dude.
This is one of the earliest powers you unlock. As the Pyromancer is a medium range class, you'll want to maintain a little bit of distance between yourself and enemies, and Heatwave is perfect for this. If enemies, particularly melee attackers, try to rush you, Heatwave will provide you with the space you need to be most effective at scalding them into crispy giblets. Heatwave's secondary effect shouldn't be forgotten either. The burn status effect will deal damage over time to all affected enemies, which may well help give you a nice burst of healing if they feel the burn a little bit too literally. Power 4. Overheat. Overheat may only deal a small amount of damage to enemies within a large radius, but it does deal extra damage to enemies that are currently burning, making it a great follow-up skill. Similarly to Heatwave,
cool. It's like an AoE
is an
effect.
Excellent way of marking numerous foes and strategically setting yourself up for a big burst of healing. It's one of those skills that just gets on with everyone.
That's pretty cool.
You know? It synergizes really well with the number of other powers to double down on damage dealt.
Burn them all.
The definition of supportive. We all need an overheat in our life.
That's pretty cool.
As we mentioned before, our Pyro Pow will feature a further 4 powers on top of those that we've shown today, but we will talk about these later down the line.
Oh, dude, they look so freaking awesome.
Power combos. Using powers by themselves is all well and good.
Yeah, the first 4 right there.
But utilizing them in combinations is where Outriders
I wonder what all the other skills are going to be too.
Heatwave's ability to hit several enemies at once with burning means that Overheat can inflict maximum damage. Thermal Bomb, on the other hand, may only inflict burning onto a single enemy at a time, but the status effect still means that Overheat can be triggered to cause extra damage and ensure the Thermal Bomb carrier dies and triggers the explosion. As mentioned, the Pyromancer is ideally a mid-range fighter who likes to keep enemies at arm's length, and this combo will show you how to do just that. While in battle, Heatwave neutralizes enemies that get too close. Following Heatwave up with Ash Blast will ensure that those enemies remain where they are. Then place a Thermal Bomb amongst the mob and focus all fire on that enemy. If you can kill them before the Ash Blast effect wears off, you can wreak havoc with the Thermal Bomb explosion and benefit from a burst of healing at the same time.
That's pretty cool, man. I'm not gonna lie, this class looks awesome. This game looks really cool too.
You'll no doubt find your own most effective ways of playing Outriders in your own style.
Heck yeah, man.
Alter your Pyromancer. Each class has a tree of class point nodes that you can activate to alter the way your build and skills work.
I was trying to pause it right there. Enemies affected by the ash receive 20% more damage. Okay, so it's just like ways of like you can do certain builds of increasing damage and things like that, it looks like. So the 4 classes are Trickster, Pyromancer, and Devastator, and Drum.
Class points are acquired by leveling up. You won't be able to fill out the entire class tree, but you will be able to respec your nodes to change the way you play.
Oh, so you can reset. Okay, that's cool. That's good.
The 3 branches for the Pyromancer are Ashbreaker, Firestorm, and Tempest, with each branch providing both major and minor passives that affect your character's type of damage.
So it looks like you can only pick one of those particular lines of skills, and if you don't like it, you'll have to reset it and use it for the other one.
When dealing damage against marked enemies, while also providing a boost in anomaly power. The Firestorm branch is a path focused on maximizing the damage output of skills. This path will allow you to increase your anomaly power, your burning damage, and the skill damage you do on marked enemies. The Tempest branch, on the other hand, helps you fill more of a tank role. The path focuses on maximizing your health bonus and reducing the damage you take from certain sources. One of the more unique passive bonuses you can activate on this path is an automatic revival upon.
Whoa, okay. Upon losing health, you will receive Sage's return to battle 50% health. That's cool. Phoenix can revive you every 180 seconds. That's pretty cool. That's pretty
handy. Additionally, the equipment you use may impact the way your skills work. The gear you equip might reduce the cooldown or duration of a skill, or they may alter it on a more fundamental level.
That's cool. Look at the breakdown. You can see health, max health, status power, skill life leech, armor, item level, mods. So you're gonna have those mods. So I guess that's like the ones that you equip to your certain skills. So that's cool.
But
Maybe those are the
fear not,
mods
we
on the
will
actual
showcase these
armor.
bad boys in a future video. And with that, the introduction
Garrett
to
can
our
change your
Pyromancer
skills.
is
Okay,
coming
Prime.
to a close.
That's going to be pretty
Keep an eye out
in-depth,
on our
man.
YouTube
That's going to be
channel
like
for
a
future
very,
gameplay videos and
very
other
in-depth
spotlights coming
RPG.
soon.
I'm sure that we're going to have a lot of people throwing out videos on how to make, like, make this type of Pyromancer, make this type of Pyromancer.
Skills of the Pyromancer, and we'll see you next time.
We are
Okay, I'm
fast
not gonna lie,
approaching
guys,
the
that
end
was
of
pretty
broadcast
cool.
2. Oh, I know, all good
lot of
things must come
min-maxing
to
for
an
this,
end.
yeah.
But before we disappear, we're going to continue our new tradition of
It
rounding things
reminds
off
me of
with a bit
Diablo
of a
quite a bit
Q&A.
when it comes to like
So earlier
min-maxing.
in the month, we put a call out for questions all across our Outriders
All right.
social media channels. If you're not following us,
So
by
this
the
is
way,
like a
you should
QA.
be. And we gathered your
I'm
burning
not gonna go
questions
through the
about
QA.
the game. And now we're going to answer them.
So we're just looks pretty legit, right, guys? Right, Ace? It looks pretty cool, man.